Hey, what's up everyone? It's MA76B-Ball. I'm back at it again with another video for you. And today I've got my final performance review on the Adidas Crazylight Boost 2016. And the testing actually was cut short. I had to stop playing in them. I will explain to you why in detail, but first, before all of that, I just want to give a great shout out, big shout out to Henry Lamb out there on Instagram, and also Sharnese Zal, who I just had great conversations with these two individuals. One's aspiring to be a professional ball player, and one is a professional ball player, and it was really cool just chatting with those two, and just just talking about motivation and being focused, and just being a positive person out there. So thank you guys. That was a great chat with you guys. All right, guys. So let's talk about this Adidas shoe here. So first of all, the traction. I don't need to say too much about it. I mentioned it in my first on court episode. The traction on a indoor court, I had zero issues. Stopped on a dime. It was great. It had a great bite to the floor. And then even on dusty floors, it did really well. Maybe I had to wipe maybe every 5 or 6 times or so, but I had no issues on the indoor court. And again, if you saw the last video outdoors, I was sliding a little bit if I was really focusing on the traction test itself. So just shooting around and stuff and moving around, it was totally fine. So that's that in a nutshell. As far as traction goes, I have no complaints. It does its job well. The design of the outsole is really interesting. It's kind of like a herringbone. It's just going in various wavy type of directions. And in the very middle of the outsole is actually cored out. You can see the torsion plate, and you can see the exposed boost. But yeah, it was really really satisfying. I felt confident on the court. I didn't have to worry about traction. This is indoors, that is. I never had to think about it or worry about it. So that's that. So let's move on to the cushioning. So the shoe features full-length boost, and I have put out there already that this is my very first Adidas shoe, and of course that would be my very first Boost shoe. So the heel Boost is not necessarily completely caged like the Crazy Explosive is, and so you really do feel the boost in the heel. It's very squishy. The impact protection is there. However, perhaps maybe because it's not fully caged, when I came down hard on my heel in terms of like getting ready for a 2-foot leap, it did bottom out actually. And what I'm comparing it to is my current favorite shoe is the Under Armour Curry 2.5. And that's just a foam-based cushioning system. And when I did the same heel strike, as I loaded up to get ready to leap up, there was no bottom out, there was no jolt. Whereas this here, I got a bit of a jolt underneath my heel, and it was obvious that the boost was, it was bottoming out. So now, with that aside, in terms of just regular play, going up and down the court, and cutting and jumping off the ball of your foot and coming down, the shoe was fine. It was totally great. The transition is nice. I think the boost helps with that because it's just one big slab of boost, so that makes it very consistent as you go through your heel strike. And the boost underneath the foot, I didn't really feel too much. Not in a negative way either. It was consistent, it was reliable, but it wasn't like, ooh, it's not like the heel was, not at all. But the court feel was good too, in the forefoot as well. So yeah, those are some good points with the cushioning system. I don't really do the whole rating system that often, but if I did, in the forefoot, maybe an 8 out of 10, and then in the heel, I would say probably a 9 out of 10. Now, next thing I'll just move on to is the fit. It features the jacquard or jacquard upper. It's a softer type of material. It is, I said before, kind of somewhat similar to the Air Jordan 29, but just a little bit sturdier, a little bit thicker. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. And I felt not necessarily protected, but because it's a little bit sturdier, yeah, it was just a stronger type of material that helped when I cut left or I cut right. I often cut right to left very, very hard, and so I plant on my right leg very, very hard. And usually when I do that, the shoe will actually just kind of bow out this way. And it wasn't the case with this. But also it has the, there's also a TPU guard here that helps with that, help cage your foot in so it doesn't, you know, move off of the footbed, so it stays centered in the shoe. But yeah, the jacquard upper was, yeah, you know, it's there. I had no problem with it. There's a little bit of a new neoprene heel cup here. That didn't do anything for me because of how skinny I am. So yeah, it didn't really do anything to contain my foot or my heel into the back of the shoe. But yeah, it's there, whatever. Inside the shoe, the lining of the shoe is very comfortable. It almost seems seamless to me. It felt good when I had my foot in there because I do have to tighten my shoes pretty tight, so you know I don't feel any seams or anything like that on the inside. Now, the next thing is in terms of materials or like the fit, the heel cup. Now I'm going to get into where I had issues and why I've cut this performance review short. Or the testing short, I should say. The heel cup, or the heel, you know, the ankle collar area, I can get a pretty good fit. You know, like I've said before, I'm 5'7" and I'm 139 pounds, so you can probably imagine how flippin' skinny I am. You know, I got chicken legs. And I had to tighten these fairly tight around the ankle area to get a good secure fit. Now the problem with that is the ankle collar, right here, there are peaks on either side, and these peaks are actually quite stiff, and there is inadequate padding or cushioning around these peaks. For me, again, I'm skinny, I know it's going to dig into my foot, but this is, I hate to say it, but it's kind of poorly done. Now I compare it to my Kobe 9s and even the KD7 Elite, and they have a nice, soft, flexible cushioning type of finish around that ankle collar area. So that was unfortunate. Then behind that, you have the plastic little wings here. So again, that more than likely added to it cutting into my leg. I should be a little bit more specific. It was cutting in on my right foot on the inside when I cut right to left, because my foot would go to an angle, and then that stuff was just digging right in. So that was very, very unfortunate, and you know, I was up to about 7-ish in terms of hours of usage, and I was just like, no, can't do this anymore, because it was getting painful, and I was like, I'm not going to continue this when I've got other shoes sitting there that you know, are very comfortable to wear for 2-3 hours. So that was too bad, you know, it was unfortunate. Now, back to another pro is the lacing system. The lacing system for me was phenomenal. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4 eyelets, okay? And I only have to tug, you know, kind of like one here and then one at the very top, and the whole thing would just cinch right up. So that was a nice feature. It was efficient, it was not time consuming. So that was a great thing about lacing up the shoe. So that's, you know, because, you know, initially for me, when I look at the shoe, I see 4 eyelets. I'm like, I'm not too sure about this, but, you know, for sure it did its job. It did its job very, very well. So that's about it, guys. I'm pretty much gonna cut it there. You know, I don't have a lot of information for you. There are some detailed things in there, but it's just because I just can't wear the shoe anymore. Now, I'm not saying that this shoe is a bad shoe. There's tons of great reviews on it out there on YouTube. There's lots of NBA players and college players, university, and, you know, your average Joes wearing them. It's a great shoe, but you know, just that ankle collar area where those peaks are just didn't work out for me. It just didn't line up with my leg very well. So that's that in a nutshell, guys. Okay. So thank you very much for tuning in. I wanted to get this out to you ASAP because, you know, I had to cut it short. But thank you. I've seen a few more subscribers drop by the channel. Thank you very much, guys. And you can always get a lot more details as to what's going on in my basketball life on Instagram. You know, the vert training is going really well right now. And yeah, so that's about that, guys. Thank you very much for dropping by. I really do appreciate it. For you out there, just stay positive, please. Stay focused on a great, uplifting goal, and take care of yourselves and your loved ones. All right? Peace.